Castlevania may be new to Netflix, but to video game fans, Castlevania is a 30-year-old series that's been a mainstay of gaming since Nintendo Entertainment System's heyday. While the Netflix show isn't directly based on one game in particular, it's loosely based on Castlevania 3: Dracula's Curse, released in the US in 1990 for the NES. But paying close attention to the action and set pieces reveals the cartoon creators actually pulled from a lot of different games in the series. Here are 10 of the most notable references we found while watching the show. There are probably a few that we missed, so join the conversation and drop any references you noticed into the comments. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to Gamespot and Gamespot Universe for the latest in gaming and entertainment. Number 1. Dracula teleports with a pillar of fire. After learning that his wife was killed for witchcraft in episode 1, Dracula teleports from their humble homestead back to the magical castle via a pillar of fire. This is a technique used by Dracula in a few of the Castlevania games, most notably during the final boss battle in Super Castlevania 4 on the Super Nintendo, and during the prologue of PlayStation's Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which was a retelling of the final battle from Castlevania Rondo of Blood. Number 2. Fountain overflowing with blood. You have to give Netflix credit for allowing the Castlevania cartoon to feature as much brutality and violence as it does. Seriously, it's incredibly gruesome sometimes. In one notable scene, when Dracula's hellspawn rise to kill the citizens of Wallachia as punishment for killing his wife Lisa, we see a city drenched in blood and human remains. Though it may be just a coincidence, a fountain overflowing with blood can also be seen, and astute Castlevania fans may remember seeing a similar fountain in the 5th stage of Castlevania Bloodlines on the Sega Genesis. 3. Trevor bears a scar over his left eye. Trevor, the lead character of the Netflix show, made his debut back in Castlevania 3: Dracula's Curse. That game, made with low-res graphics and a limited color palette, made it difficult to discern Trevor's appearance beyond the color of his clothes. In Castlevania Curse of Darkness, Trevor reappears, and this time we get a better look at his facial features, including a scar across his left eye, a scar that's almost identical to the one seen on Trevor's face in the show. 4. Trevor faces off with a Cyclops. When Trevor fights the Cyclops to rescue Sefas during the show, it's a direct reference to a boss battle in Castlevania 3: Dracula's Curse, where Trevor fights the same creature in an environment littered with petrified humans. 5. Sefas masqueraded as a man before her true identity is revealed. Sefas is a female, but when we first see her in the show, she's dressed in men's garb, making Trevor's revelation that she's a woman come as a surprise.
I wish Seekers wouldn't do that.
What?
Dress the girls like boys.
This is yet another callback to Castlevania 3. In the manual for that game, Sefas was referred to as he, and her face was obscured in the accompanying character portrait. But at the end of the game, Sefas removes her hood during the closing credits, and her long hair gives away her true identity. 6. Trevor loses his cape when he gets down to business. For a large portion of the 4-episode Netflix show, Trevor is seen wearing a cape. But once it's up to him to step up against evil, he purposefully sheds his cape. Hello again, Castlevania 3, where Trevor goes capeless once the action begins. 7. Jumping across the massive gearworks. When Trevor and Sefas fall beneath the streets of Wallachia, they quickly end up traversing a massive room housing big turning gears. Similar gears are often featured within Castlevania games' clock towers, and once again, Castlevania 3 stands out as the origin of the tradition. 8. Trevor swings across platforms using his whip. Shortly after Trevor and Sefas cross the aforementioned gears, Trevor uses his whip to swing from one platform to another. And this is a technique used in a few of the Castlevania games, most notably though in Super Castlevania 4. Number 9. Alucard's teleportation ability looks eerily familiar. Alucard plays a major role in the final episode of the Netflix show. During a battle with Trevor, he teleports out of harm's way, leaving a ghostly afterimage behind. It's not a direct copy of his movements in Symphony of the Night, but it's in that game where he adopts the habit of quickly shifting through space in a similar fashion. 10. Alucard's coat is directly modeled after his coat in Symphony of the Night. After Alucard tests Trevor and Sefas in combat, he puts on a coat that is clearly styled after his uniform in Symphony of the Night. That's all the references that we found, guys. If you can find any more, let us know in the comments below. As always, for more game stuff, keep it locked on GameSpot, and if you guys want to check out some more entertainment content, go over to Gamespot Universe. We have a giveaway right now for an exclusive 2017 Comic-Con t-shirt. You have to watch a little bit of our content, but I mean, it's kind of worth it.